Adobe Heading Tags, Accessibility in Practice, Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. Now that we've talked about accessibility tags, I'm going to talk about the different kinds of accessibility tags that exist in a PDF document. So let's go ahead and navigate over to our accessibility tags by going to the Accessibility Tags menu. And first we're going to look at heading tags. A heading tag is a tag that has an H and then a number. So for example, if I select my H1 tag, it should highlight my heading 1. My heading 1 in this document is Progress Report for the Unit. So it has correctly identified my H1 as Progress Report for the Unit. I can also expand that tag and it'll show the text that has been highlighted. My next heading is an H2, Important Workplace Poster. So if I go in my tags and I look for my next H2, that should be the one. And sure enough, it is. My H2 is nested under my H1 because it's a heading 2, which, as we've covered in previous videos, is an important heading, but is underneath the main topic of my heading 1. I'm going to then look for my next heading in my document, which, if I'm looking visibly, should be DLSS Accessibility Progress. So in my tags, let's go find my next H2. There it is, and sure enough, it is selected that heading. Now, if I don't have my correct heading identified, I can fix this, either by selecting my heading by clicking on it and just changing the heading number or heading tag name, H1 for example, and then clicking enter or selecting away from it. I could also use my reading order tool in my accessibility toolbar by going to reading order and then selecting the text that I want to make a heading. And then in my reading order tool, I would select heading 2. And again, it has selected my heading as a heading 2. And if I go and I click on it, where'd it go? There it is. Again, it is still a heading 2. Good job. My next heading in my document is also going to be a heading 2 because again, they're on the same level of ideas, same heading, but just different ideas, different topics. And they're all underneath my main idea, which is my heading 1. So I've found status of assignments. I'm going to close my reading order tool so I can see everything clearly. There we go. Status of assignments is there. Well done. And then my next heading, I think I made was how to convert this document to an accessible PDF. I think that was also a heading 2. Good. Awesome. So I've checked all of my headings. So all of my heading tags are correct. I don't have any other H tags in my tags. So I know that I've checked them all and they are correct. Find more videos on our YouTube channel at CDLE_DLSS.